So tell me how you got put on.
So I got put on when I was 12 years old. I got put on by 6 dudes. They all was grown. It was brutal.
What did they do?
They was they didn't stump me out. They was just whooping my ass, man. Every time they hit me, I fell down. It was bad. But after that ass whooping, it was love.
Now, I've often spoken about 3 elements of self-defense: capability, intention, and opportunity. To understand someone's intention, you have to understand their mindset. So keep watching.
You're proud to be a Crip.
I am. I really am.
How old are you now?
I'm 25.
25. And so there's Crips, Bloods, there's Hoovers. Hoovers are called...
Hoovers are criminals.
They're called
and
criminals.
Then you got gangsters. Gangsters moving. They say moving. They go by third, you feel me? I don't do none of them.
And what's gang life in prison like?
To be honest, it's like more militant. It's more serious. It's way more serious than the streets. I feel like in prison, it's way tougher than the streets. It's way tougher than the streets because people is in there and it's like more, they don't got nothing to do, so all they do is just gangbang. It's who gonna come in, and I seen some shit happen on them yards, man. I see some shit happens, man. I was part of some of that shit, man. Some of that violence. I didn't want to, but you don't got no choice when you get up there. You really got no choice. It's either you gonna do it, or they gonna get you. You can't hide.
Can you match that intention when you're defending yourself? The intention to cause harm.
If you roll it up, that's the end of your career. You be running. So, nigga, don't fold. If you want to join that lifestyle, don't fold. Be ready for what you're about to get into, straight up.
Now, the problem when you're defending yourself, if you're faced with someone who has full commitment to their lifestyle, you have to start to develop a mindset, the ability to switch on. You have to match intention with intention.
This shit ain't no game.
What's the quality you need most to do this?
You need street smart. You need to be wise. Just have a good head on your shoulder.
Need courage?
Courage, heart, and don't be scary. It's okay to be scared, but just don't be no pussy.
You can't be half-hearted.
Straight up, like, just go in there. Like, you want a game bang. It's nothing good, though. Nothing good in it.
What do they say, death or prison?
Death or prison, that's really what's going to happen if you stay in the hood.
Death or prison describes someone who has nothing to lose. That's what makes people dangerous.
Tell me about karma.
Karma, oh, that's a bitch.
It's got to be with this life, right?
Yeah, she going to come back, trust and believe, one way or other. Like my mama said, what goes around comes around, trust me. It might not come back, it might happen tomorrow, the next day, or nigga 10 years from now, but trust me, they going to get their revenge somehow.
Yeah, they will do.
It's real.
I mean, karma is one thing that you can't avoid.
It's rough, but sometimes when you're doing shit and you taking shit or whatever you're doing, if you're doing bad, just don't give a fuck. You can't give a fuck. Once you give a fuck, you're going to fuck up. If you're going to do that, do that. Don't try to go in there and then, if you're going to be a tough guy, don't try to go in there and be tough and then now all of a sudden you want to be all nice and shit. Like, stay committed.
If you're going to protect yourself, you have to be 100% committed.
Tell me about the tattoos on your face.
Tattoos on my face, it's my hood.
Turn this way. And then turn the other way.
Yeah, man, it's the hood, man. I got the hood tats on me. Feel me? I'm committed, man. I made a decision, so I'm gonna rock with it.
That's gonna make it hard for you to get a job at Chipotle.
Man, I accept all my consequences. As long as you accept your consequences, take it like a man, you be all right.
So would you describe yourself as self-destructive?
When I want to be, when I get into that mode, I'm a good guy though. I'm funny and shit, but like, it all depends who I'm around, how the environment is, you feel me? How it is, what's the temperature out there? Like, I'm just gonna give a motherfucker whatever they want. I'm gonna match their energy.
Your environment's everything, isn't it?
Everything, yup.
And family.
And family.
But that's your environment.
God first, then family. Yeah, go a long way. Keep them.
Essentially, we're all heroes in our own narrative. When you're defending yourself against someone that actually sees himself as a good guy, there is no stopping them. Their intention and their sense of danger to you is just as high. To those individuals, they probably are good people. But to you, at that moment in time when they're attacking you, when they're trying to take something from you, you're part of the cause.
What's the most important lesson you've learned?
To always go with your first mind and make the right decision, and don't follow and don't let nobody push you over, and don't be no yes man. Don't always just don't be no yes man to anything. Just don't. Just know as a man, as a woman, that you're an adult and you do have the right to make your own decision.
You consider yourself lucky?
Yes. Yes, I do.
You're alive?
Yes, sir. Yes.
You got friends that are dead, right?
A lot. A whole lot. And I'll be thinking like, damn, I could have been there with them. But yet, I'll be somewhere else.
I've seen so many guys like yourself that are much older that have survived, and all their friends have been murdered or whatever. And it's almost like they had something protecting them from.
You gotta be thirsty out there. See, I'm a thirsty crip. You gotta be thirsty. You just gotta be on everything. When you game banging, you gotta watch every card that pass. You gotta be on everything. Win everything, especially in South Central. You must be on everything. Don't just be walking thinking it's good. Be on everything. You gotta be on everything. And bang on everything. Don't try to think where a nigga from. Bang on that nigga. And if you got him, you know what to do after that.
Classic situational awareness, right?
What emotion do you deal with most? You get angry, depressed, anything like that?
Depressed more, stress.
What advice would you give to a young man who's considering joining a gang?
Man, look, don't be stupid, man. Gang banging is not cool, man. You see the funness of it. They see the funness of the popularity of it. It's all popularity, publicity. They look at that and they see that like, man, if I do this, I'm gonna be popping. Cause right now with the state that they in right now, they're like a nerd geek, not getting no ladies. So gang banging is not cool, man. Trust me, it's a bad time too. When it's time to go slide and do all that, trust me, you don't want to go through that. Trust me, don't do it, man.
You'll find a link for Soft White Underbelly in the description, so check them out.
And no tattoos on the face.
So what's the takeaway? You have to match intention with intention. And realistically, there's no such thing as a good guy versus a bad guy. What you might never ever do doesn't necessarily mean that someone else wouldn't. But what I'm suggesting is that you have to understand what you're dealing with in order to be able to defend yourself. Because once you can, you'll understand what their intentions are, give you the ability to match intention with intention, aggression with aggression, but most importantly, you know what you're dealing with. Thanks for watching.